Vasiliy Lomachenko. If you don't think this guy is a great one, not good, not decent, but great, I'm not sure if any spaceship tickets to Venus still remain for you. What I saw this evening was a dominant performance once again for a guy most won't appreciate until he's gone. He's one belt away from undisputed, but people keep making the mistake of saying he was in a lightweight fight against Luke Campbell. No. Vasiliy was in there with a super welterweight. No joke. You can see the size difference. So when he took a couple of hits and then when he also didn't get the knockout people spoke of when they were doing their prognostication type stuff. You got to understand who he was in there with. I'll give an example. Remember how Terrence Crawford struggled a little bit with Jose Benavidez? Well, it didn't look like it on television, but Benavidez had a 5-inch height advantage and a 4-inch reach advantage on Crawford. So when you're like, well, why is he not getting inside and going to work and stuff like that, man, he had to overcome some height and some length. So Bud, as they call him, Bud is 5'8", and Benavidez is 6'1". So let me make sure. So that's 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6'1". Yep, 5 inches height. Lomachenko tonight was at a 6-inch reach advantage, which is a lot to overcome. And if you think Loma is 1 inch shorter than Crawford at 5'7", and you think Campbell is 2 inches taller than him, you need your eyes checked. Not to say the security guy was a small guy, but man, you see how small Lomachenko was when the door opened when he was coming out of the dressing room. And man, I'm like, man, he looked tiny. I should have had a petite woman walk him out or something. But anyway. So when I see things on Facebook, like when I see comments, and I'm not gonna, I won't say names, but I see comments such as, I'm not sold on Flukechenko, like it's a fluke. This guy's done what he's done. Another comment, this was a 7-5 fight. The scorecards sucked. Another comment, Tank beats Loma easy. And then another scorecards were ridiculous comment. And I got a couple of phone calls, so on and so forth. I don't get it. Actually, I do get it, but I just don't get it. He got hit. Okay, he'll be 32 in like what, 4 or 5 months. So he should be getting hit a bit as older guys who fight at low weight classes like he did should get hit. It's just the way it is. And when you're starting in the 120s, when you're fighting naturally in the 120s, that's ancient. 32 is like old man age. It's not like heavyweights who can go a lot later in their careers. But I mean, this guy is incredible, but he's not perfect. He got caught a couple of times, but why is his standard so higher than others who all get hit more than him, by the way? There were some things that impressed me in the fight. The knockdown of the bigger man was impressive. The stamina was still there, even though he was being leaned on by the much bigger Campbell. What was most impressive is he won a majority of the fight from the outside. Okay. His jab started to control things, and Campbell's technique, as a result, kind of fell apart as the rounds went on. His technique wasn't as tight as it was when he started, and it got loose. Campbell was game. I mean, you have to respect that. You know, as we said in our last video, he has the size and style to be a problem. But he got outclassed. He had a moment here and there, and people's true colors come out. I tell you, it lets you know how much they dislike the Ukrainian. Because they made a theatrical, they made a Broadway play out of just a few moments of success for Campbell. And man, I mean, just some of the stuff these people on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, I don't get it. Anyway, we got some good news Saturday. We got to hear Timothy Bradley Jr. in back-to-back weeks. You know, I like Timmy. I like him. I think he does a good job. But the great news is we once again got to listen to the greatest fighter of all time, Andre Ward, a guy who's never been wrong about anything. Everything that comes out of his mouth is gospel. And whoa, wait a minute. Please forgive me. I meant to say Dre Ward. Lord knows if I call him Andre instead of Dre, I might get this video removed off of YouTube. Sorry, Dre. Forgive me, buddy. Please. TheFightJournal.com. That's me. Scored the fight 118-110. You can check out the link below. And if for some reason I didn't leave it below, just go to the website. www, that means World Wide Web, folks, .thefightjournal.com. And you can check the scorecard out. It's like Atari 2600 graphics compared to other scorecards, but oh well. I think I mixed a 10-10 round in there, but I came up with 18-10. The official scorecards read 118-110 119, 108, 119, 108, 118, 109. You know, this is the second straight Saturday where the favorite faced some adversity and came through shining brightly. Last week, Kovalev, Sergey Kovalev, he was hurt and tired in the 8th round, and he was in bad shape, but he came back out on fire in the 9th round and eventually got himself a stoppage. Tonight, Lomachenko got caught and buzzed with a shot in the 7th round, which makes him a bum. And the crowd, as well as people, the crowd just went crazy, and people started to text me. Everybody got amped up. But before those text messages came through, Lomachenko turned the heat up so much, he dominated the rest of the round and probably won it on most cards. That is a hallmark of greatness. So, well, round one, not much happened at all. Campbell landed a nice left hand, and I think he might have landed a right hand also, but that was about it. So I gave Campbell the first round. Second round, Lomachenko, he kind of started to throw a little bit, started to land some good shots, and he punctuated the round with a shot slightly before the bell. The third round, he started to touch Campbell, and he threw a straight left that it's one of those shots that impressed the judge as well as the crowd, but it's not something that was blocked or anything. It was a good shot, snapped Campbell's head back, and that was that. The fourth round, Lomachenko started with the footwork, start landing punches. He began to come forward as Campbell went back, and Campbell had some moments, but not enough. Fifth round, he doubled Campbell over with some body shots and landed a nice left hand toward the end of the round. Definite Lomachenko round, round 5. Round 6, Lomachenko start moving in, start looking for something. Campbell seemed to be starting to fall apart as far as his technique is concerned. But then Campbell came back in the 7th, and he hurt Lomachenko. There's no shame in that. But Lomachenko's his recuperative, and you saw it in the fight before Crolla, the Jorge Linares fight. His recuperative powers are just amazing, and he stormed back and had Campbell in some big trouble, and actually won the round after taking that big shot from Campbell. The 8th, another big round. He started to sit down on his punches a little bit, and really I had it 7-1 at that point. Round 9 wasn't much to talk about. And I think it was round 9 that, was it round 9? Was it the 9th or the 10th? It was the 9th I gave to Campbell. That's what it was. And then the 10th I scored 10-10. The 11th, big round for Lomachenko. Very close to stopping Campbell. And if he just had a little more time or a little more in the reserve, he probably would have got Campbell out. And then to cap things off in the 12th, Campbell also in trouble again. Lomachenko stalked him. And that was that, as far as I'm concerned. So you can give the first to Campbell. You can give the 9th to Campbell. And the 10th, I had it 10-10. You can get that to him too. It doesn't matter. He would have still lost 9-3, plus the extra point for the knockdown. So, another day at the office. Lomachenko's just, I don't have enough words. I mean, he's a real cagey guy. But you get the feeling, I mean, as great a boxer as he is, he's cagey, but you get the feeling he gets hit sometimes because he likes to bang in there to let you know we can do it your way too, and I'll still beat you. I still think if there's a guy to beat him, the likelihood is it'll be a lefty, and it'll be someone bigger than him, as he may challenge himself and bite off more than he can chew as far as the size is concerned. But I more than likely, it'll be a lefty. But then, I remember what he did to Gary Russell Jr. and Jose Pedraza and Guillermo Rigondeaux. So, I'm not so sure. They were lefties. The Comey Lopez winner should be next. That will allow him a shot at legendary undisputed status, especially with 4 belts instead of 3. Back in the day, they counted the WBA, the WBC, and the great IBF. The WBO at points was either not around, or when it did come about, it wasn't viewed as on the level as the other 3. So I believe the one he is aiming for now is the IBF, if I'm not mistaken, the great IBF. So the Comey Lopez winner should be next, and that allows him a shot with 4 belts instead of 3, plus the ring belt also. So it's kind of like 5 belts. Devin Haney wants his shot too, should he win his next fight. And I'll just say this, as tough as it is to become undisputed, it's hard to stay that way with each sanctioning body's timeline for title defenses. You feel a little bit for Campbell, who's currently one of the best guys not to win a world title. He came close once against Jorge Linares. Some felt he won, but the scorecards had it for Linares. I believe that was that was a split decision, I believe. 2 for Linares and 1 for Campbell. Yep, I believe so. It might have been majority, but I think it was a split decision. Maybe Campbell will get another shot at something if and when Vasiliy vacates if and when he beats Comey or Lopez. So, got to fight the fights. Vasily's mentioned moving to 130 pounds to look for bigger opportunities. We'll see how that goes. But he's a great fighter. And in 15 fights, he's fought about 12 or 13 current or former title holders. That is amazing. So amazing, though, that many won't appreciate it until he's gone. So how amazing is that? I only caught the back end of Povetkin versus Fury, but from what I saw, Povetkin was having his way late. I think I had it like 4 rounds to 1. I think I lost. I watched the last 5 rounds or so. That's all I saw, but I didn't see any complaints online, so I'll take it as a clean victory for Povetkin. That's all I got, folks. Just another day at the office. Later, I'll watch the Lara versus Alvarez card. It's coming up in a little bit, and see how that goes. Shout out to Erislandy Lara, as Alvarez came into the fight 5 pounds over the limit. If I'm Lara, I'm going to that cat's body, and I'm staying on top of him. So no matter how you've criticized Lara in the past for his style, that's a fighter right there. There are many others who would have declined to fight an opponent who came in 5 pounds over. Lomachenko, matter of fact, by now that I think of it, when he fought Salido, some people wouldn't have taken that fight. I mean, but Lomachenko, Lara, these guys are fighters, so I respect that. And catch you guys later.